Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft video where today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple redstone piston door. Now the first one I'm going to make is a 2 wide door, and I'm going to make it out of smooth stone, but you can make it out of any material you want. And what you're going to want it to do is place it down in a 2x2 2 tall square with 2 pistons on either side with a 1 block gap. Remember that, because if there's no gap like that, it will not work. It needs to be a 1 block gap in between. And underneath this, like a pressure pad or a lever, which will open the door, I'm going to want to have a tunnel dug out. Now this tunnel can be as deep as you want, as long as the block underneath the lever has a 1 block gap between the block with the lever on it and itself. Because if it does not, when you pull the lever, the redstone will not activate. But if there is only a 1 block gap and the lever has been pulled, the redstone will activate. So the tunnel can be as deep as you want, but remember, only a 1 block gap in between the redstone and the block with the lever on it. Now, bring the redstone along your tunnel and to the back of the first piston, the one on the ground. Since the signal doesn't have to travel very far, you don't need to use any repeaters. Now, on the side of the first piston, put a stone block and put a piece of redstone connected to the second piston, and wire it around like so. If you try to cut corners on it and wire it like this, it will not work because the signal has to travel straight into the piston like that. So if it's going in them both like that, so that'll work. But don't do this, because the signal won't activate the pistons. Now this setup is very good for tunnels, because on a flat surface, if you're trying to make a door, the area that's housing the pistons will stick out from the flat face 1 block, at least 3 or 4 blocks along. So you'll be able to tell that there's a door there. But for this setup, it's very good for tunnels, because you don't need any fancy machinery to keep the surface flat. Now then, what you do is you pull the lever, and then the pistons will have stuck to these 4 stone blocks, and then you let go of it to deactivate the pistons, and they're going to pull the stone blocks back along with them. So let me just give you a view of that when they're activated. They are stuck onto the blocks, and then when you deactivate it, they'll pull back with the blocks. Now this is a very good door, and it never breaks as long as you don't break the redstone. Now, to keep the doors closed once you've activated them, you're gonna have to always have a redstone signal traveling to them, unless you deactivate the door and you break these 4 blocks and replace them. That's the only way you're gonna be able to have the door closed without the signal being transferred. Now I'm going to go over here and build a simple 1 wide door. Now this one's a lot easier, because what you can do is have 1 piston on each side, so you don't have to do any complicated wiring. Like this, and then you just have this, the lever, then underneath, remember, only a 1 block gap, then wiring into the back of the piston. Okay, this tree's getting in the way, die tree. Okay, it goes down, oops, and then this one, the signal can travel straight into the back of the block below it, but it still has to be a straight line, remember, otherwise it won't work. Take that one down. And there we go. That will now, if it's a tunnel, a 1 wide tunnel where you want to hide a little doorway, those 2 pistons will grab those blocks and pull them out that way. Now I think that's slightly cooler than both blocks being pulled the same way, and it makes the redstone and it makes and it makes the redstone wiring a lot easier than if they're both on the same side. Now, so that, remember, just to recap, this one, 2 wide with the 2 pistons, straight lines of redstone, and the block has to be there has to be a 1 space between the redstone and the block with the lever on it. Now, so yeah, the pistons grab the walls, pull them back. Like so. The single door, it's a lot easier. You can do it with them both on one side, but the redstone, it's the same as this. But then if you want to have them on both sides with a bit extra redstone, so this one's a bit easier to hide. And that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching this, guys. Comment, subscribe, tell me things you want to see, tell me things I can improve, because I love criticism, as long as it's creative criticism. Or constructive criticism, rather. Alright, so thanks for watching. I will hopefully be making my next video on how to make a TNT cannon, so that's going to be good. Alright, thank you for watching.